Good morning, students. Today we will be discussing about the histology of uterus. So you can see I have kept a complete section of the uterus. You can see a section of the uterus. So here what are the things that you have to identify? We can see the lumen here, and then you can see three distinct layers from inside to outside. First is the endometrium, then myometrium, and then perimetrium. Now what are the important features you are seeing in the endometrium? In endometrium you are seeing the uterine glands. You can see the uterine glands. They are not very long, you can see they are short. So that tells us that this uterus is in proliferative phase. You can see plenty of uterine glands, but they are not very long, they are quite short. But as you see in the secretory phase, if you see the secretory phase, you can see that the uterine glands will be quite long and they will be coiled. They will be coiled and they will show sawtooth appearance on sections. So this is a uterus at proliferative phase because the uterine glands are not coiled. They are little bit short and they are not coiled. Whereas in the secretory phase, the uterine glands are quite long and they are coiled and they give sawtooth appearance on cross sections. So what are the important identifying points of the histology of uterus? First thing is you see the lumen. You see three important layers or three distinct layers, that is starting from inside to outside. First is the endometrium, then the myometrium, that is the muscle layer, and then you see the perimetrium. So in the endometrium what you have to observe? In endometrium you see there are plenty of uterine glands. There are uterine glands. Here in this you can see plenty of uterine glands. Now these uterine glands are not coiled and not very long. So this tells us that this particular uterus is in the proliferative phase. If it is in the secretory phase, these uterine glands will be quite long and it will be coiled, and because of this coiling under section they give a sawtooth appearance. So this uterus is in proliferative phase. So this is how you identify the slide of uterus. One more thing is, what is the lining epithelium? The lining epithelium of the endometrium is simple columnar epithelium. So simple columnar epithelium is the lining epithelium of the endometrium. You see the in the endometrium you see the uterine glands. The uterine glands are not very long, it is quite short here, but in secretory phase you will see these uterine glands will be quite long and coiled, and on section this coiling, because of this coiling they will give a sawtooth appearance. So lumen is present, endometrium is present, perimetrium is present, myometrium is present. All the three layers are present: endo, myo and perimetrium. Okay, so this is how you identify a slide of uterus under the microscope. Thank you.